I don't think I've actually introduced my dog to this channel, so guys, meet Milo. Can you see his eyes? Yeah, this is my dog Milo. He's a pest, but we love him. Milo, say hi to the channel. Hello. That's enough of you. So back to the video. I feel like most teenagers and young adults in general are just big procrastinators. 9 times out of 10, you don't even know why you're doing it. Even me, for example, obviously I place a lot of value on my education. I take it very seriously, but even then, there'd still be times where I put off starting an assignment, put off revision, put off, I don't know, catch up work, all of that kind of stuff. There's actually a reason as to why you do this. You know you shouldn't be like leaving them till last minute or saying, oh, I'll do that later, but your brain still does it anyways. And I was watching this video by Ali Abdal, you might know him on YouTube. He talks about like study productivity, all of that kind of stuff. And it made a lot of sense. He was basically talking about why we procrastinate and how to combat it. And the reason why we procrastinate, like, I don't know, going to the gym or doing a study session, like these really important tasks that you know are going to be beneficial for you and you know that are important, is due to mental resistance or psychological discomfort in your brain. Tasks like studying, starting a piece of homework, the thought of it gives us like some psychological discomfort because you know that requires a lot of mental energy, or going to the gym, you know that's going to be really physically draining. Your brain naturally wants you to stay away from those and do like the easy things that don't take too much energy away from you or aren't difficult or aren't challenging. So that's why it's a lot easier to just watch a YouTube video, watch a Netflix movie, or I don't know, play some video games rather than doing the actual tasks that are gonna like help you progress on further, because these tasks tend to be more challenging and more difficult. So yeah, your brain, there's like a negative force that's like pushes you away from getting started on those tasks. So basically now whenever I feel like I'm procrastinating or I'm putting off a task that I really need to get done, I'll recollect like my thoughts and think, okay, I know I'm procrastinating this, but why? And then you need to get down to the bottom of it and think, what is the reason for the psychological discomfort that you're feeling around surrounded by this task in particular? So for example, let's go with like maybe a university assignment that I have to do. Maybe I've got it during like 4 weeks. I may end up leaving it to the last 3 days just because it's always in my mind. You try and think to yourself, what is the reason as to why I'm putting this off? Like, why am I procrastinating? What is difficult about this task that is stopping me from getting started on it? And you get down to the bottom of that. For example, maybe it's an assignment that I've got and I have to write 2,000 words. That's probably the reason why I'm putting it off, because it seems like, oh, 2,000 words is so much to do. Like, that is causing the psychological discomfort because it feels like it's so much, and then you end up leaving it till late and doing something that's a lot easier. So basically what he recommended is you use the 2-minute rule. So the 2-minute rule is basically that task that you know you've been putting off, you do it for 2 minutes. If after 2 minutes you still don't feel like doing it, then maybe you should stop it and try again later. But usually with me, whenever I try using the 2-minute rule, I end up continuing that task anyway, because the barrier of me like getting started has been broken because I've already started. So once I've gotten started, it's a lot easier for me to continue doing it, and that's a really good way that I've like overcome procrastinating so much. It's just getting started that's the difficult part of like doing the task really and truly. But if it's something like a big assignment that's, I don't know, a university assignment that I've got that's like 3,000 words, that's flipping massive. That's a big reason why I procrastinate, is because it just seems like this mountain of work that I've got to do. That's what's causing the psychological discomfort, that mental resistance. You feel like it's so much to do, so you end up putting it off, and then before you know it, the deadline's approaching and you've got 2 days to complete it. So procrastinating is really counterproductive because you end up leaving such a big amount of work till last minute, and that causes you even more stress, and then it actually becomes that mountain of work that you thought it was initially. It's literally just a recipe for disaster. So with like assignments, studying, homework, all of that kind of stuff, as soon as you get given it, you want to break it up into chunks and try and like dedicate a certain amount of time to it, maybe every day or every other day. So when you do it like that, when you like break it up into chunks, that makes it so much more manageable, and you know you're getting closer and closer to completing it. It makes it seem less difficult because it's not like you're trying to complete it all in one go, so it doesn't seem as crazy and as big of a task than it actually is. So this actually makes it easier for you to get that project or that assignment done. and it also comes with a lot less stress than leaving it till last minute and having to do an all-nighter to get it done. And also it's going to be done to a better standard because you've been doing it over a couple of days. You're not like doing it all in one go, rushing it, all of that kind of stuff, and just saying, okay, I'll accept whatever grade I get. No, we're not doing that. We're trying to get those top grades. So yeah, really and truly, if you take anything away from this video, it's if you feel like you're putting off something that you know you should get done, acknowledge that you're procrastinating something. There's no shame in that. Acknowledge that you're putting it off and think to yourself, what is the thing that's stopping me from doing this task? Why am I procrastinating it? There must be something that I find challenging or unpleasant about doing this task. Maybe it's a lot of work, maybe it's really difficult, maybe it's going to make me tired, something like that. Once you've identified what the problem is, think how you can overcome that. So with studying it, maybe it's breaking it up into chunks. Maybe you've procrastinated going to the gym. Try like getting ready, and then if you still don't want to go, then don't go. But you've already gotten ready, so 9 times out of 10, you'll just go to the gym. Just try and overcome that mental resistance that's stopping you from getting the task done, and you'll end up getting so much more done and being a lot more productive, essentially. That sums up this video, and I'll see you in the next one.